another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Josh, or Mr. Floyd. And if you're new here, welcome. Let's get that phone straight. All right. If you're new here, welcome. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for when I go live, which is generally scheduled Monday through Friday at this time. Let's see. Tina, good dawning. Helene, Angela, Roseanne, good dawning. Seeker of Truth, Shelly, good dawning as well. Millie, good dawning. Grateful as always to see everybody in the chat. I know you have a lot of choices out on YouTube, especially nowadays. It's getting kind of, I will mention this. It's, I don't know, we started something here, but between Lindsay and PG and Krista and everybody else going live now and all of Ben's family, it's getting a little squeezy. So grateful. You have lots of choices when you fly YouTube, and grateful that you choose to fly with Mr. Floyd's universe, right? Lots of choices out there these days, and it's getting to be, it's amazing, right? Because, yeah, I love Catalyst. Grateful. Moving energies. We're grateful, right, guys? All right, so today is 2 for Tuesday on Good Dawning here on the channel. So tonight we have Laura B. Good Dawning, Grand Rising, beautiful soul. Laura's tonight with What's Up With Your Universe. It's was posted yesterday, so we got our StreamYard 20 hours back. And are grateful. We've actually got another post there as well for Saturday night. We're going to do an unboxing in between everybody doing what they do. Before Rooted Willow, we don't want to run over Rooted Willow since we're a friend of her channel too. So in between there, we found an empty space at 5 o'clock on Saturday. It's getting kind of crowded out there. So 5 o'clock on Saturday, between my schedule and everybody else's, we're going to go live with Chloe, and we're going to do a second unboxing or a second sale from that big shipment that she received a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So about every 2 weeks, Victor, good dawning. Yeah, so about every 2 weeks or so, we go live with Chloe, give or take. Depending on our inventory. So we will be live this Saturday, and then, yeah, so for about an hour there, we will be doing flash sales with Chloe again, and Chloe at Chloe's Crystals, and there we go. So this will be the blue tiger's eye. You can see the streaks of blue in there that I got from Chloe's Crystals. We'll be using that today for grounding and for strength, and of course, then after Chloe is Rooted Willow, and last week she did What Spirit Animal Are You? And I pulled a tiger or a lion, of course. What would a Sekhmet, right? So, so yeah, so we'll check her out too. But so Saturday at 5 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock East Coast, and 4 o'clock if you're on the left coast, will be Chloe's Crystals again. So we will do a flash sale. So be prepared and be prepared to be fast on the draw on Saturday there. Willow, good dawning. Yeah, we were just talking about going live Saturday before you're live. We're going to do Chloe's Crystals. So join us, Willow, and then we will join you on Saturday. Bonnie, good dawning as well. Yolanda, good dawning. And Helene, favor wherever I'm not really, I don't always catch everything in the chat, and I understand that you may be moving there. So big favor and love to whatever is going on in your universe there. And if you want to reach out by email, blessed. But yeah, so hopefully all is well there for sure. And as well, Willow, favor to your mom and your stepdad there. And big hugs to them as well. We'll, of course, put them in the group hug at the end as well. But yeah, guys, Big Dad, good dawning as well. All right. So today's mantra, we do a mantra every day, some sort of energetic that we want to carry throughout the day. And of course, if you were watching Victor on Truth Wave Energy Meditation, which is at 9:45 in the dawning and in the evening, that a lot of us are on Peace Node. There we go. I was on the Peace Node, and now I peace again. So always on the Peace Node. So yeah, so hope to see you guys there as well. It's always a good time. All right, so today's mantra, as we do every day, with each step, today, our mantra is, with each step, I call in peace. So if you want to repeat that or drive that, however you want to assimilate that, but with each step I take today, however you want to say it, with each step today, I take today, I call in peace. So as we're walking today, the goal for that is living in peaceful meditation. So if we are walking and being peace, then we can walk in peace. We can be the peace that we are looking for in each breath, in each step that we actually take. We can exude that peace if we so choose. It's all our choice. What we're looking to exude or not, or whom we're looking to be. We create that. We have the choice in energetics. It's all your choice. You can panic when you're side seat driving with somebody, right? Side seat driving, you're passenger, right? Are you side seat driving? You got it. Or are you at calm? That's the question. You have control over the peace in your universe. If somebody's racing towards a red light, are you the one slamming the invisible brake pedal and screaming and reaching out for the dashboard? Are you in trust and knowing that there may just be a late breaker? I have a friend who's a late breaker. And so you just learn to trust, right? And that's what it's all about. So it's standing in peace and feeling that peace throughout the day in all situations. Can we do that? That's the goal of today, is to be in that, to exude that peace and to be the living peace node, right? There we go. All right, so we're going to work with, this is probably one of the most used decks on YouTube. I know Adam uses it from the Medium channel. The Divine Masters deck by Kyle Gray. I still haven't gotten over to the store in Boulder to get some new decks, but I will at some point. And of course, we will work with the Tiger's Eye. This is blue Tiger's Eye, as you can see in the streaks. It's not completely blue, but in the streaks in it. That came from Chloe, which will be live on, pardon me, on Friday or Saturday at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So, all right, we're going to work with the Divine Master cards here and see what the Master card, right? And see what we get from the Divine Masters. All right. So we shuffle the cards here. So good dawning. Let's see what we got in the chat. Zane, good dawning, Zane. Zane, we saw just the other day on yesterday on Truthwave. So welcome, Zane. Bless. Yeah, and if you missed it yesterday, guys, we'll go over a few things. Millie yesterday did an egg cleanse, which I want to replicate myself here. But she did an egg cleanse on Krista's channel. So if you missed that yesterday on Blindly Inspired, then definitely. Zane needs a blue wrench. I can do that. So I gotta find Zane in the chat first. All right. We can do that. All right. Welcome to the family. Standard. There you go. Zane, you are wrenched. We don't we don't hold favor for wrenches on our channel here. There's nobody better. We're all equal energy, right? Even me, you, there's no difference. It's just we're all the exact same source love energy. So all right, so let's cut these into 3 here. And good dawning, Krista. Just wondering. Didn't see you there. So yeah, Millie yesterday on Krista on Blindly Inspired, right at the bottom of the chat there. She did an egg cleanse yesterday. So if you missed that, grab an egg and a jar that you never want to drink out of again, or like a bald glass or something, and a glass jar. And be prepared. And so you can follow Millie and do an egg cleanse. And so we watched hers yesterday. I have my own interpretation. She has hers, but interesting to say the least, for sure. And if you're not sure what an egg cleanse is, again, watch the video there, but you can go on Reddit, has a few threads. There's not a lot out there on an egg cleanse. If you Google egg cleanse, there'll be a few videos, like yesterday's, for example. And there's a few websites, but there's not much out there. So really, if you want to learn about egg cleanse, watch Millie there. Yesterday, do an amazing egg cleanse. All right, so today's cards. What we do is we pick one card as the energetic of what we're looking for. This comes from the bottom of the deck. Then we have the 3 that are to get to our energetics of today. And of course, today, every step we take, we take in peace, right? Everything we do today, we do with peace and love, peace within inside us. All right, so today's card. Of course, guys, we starting to cycle the same family members, right? So welcome Joan of Arc back to the family. She's definitely one of our family members. So Joan of Arc has not been a stranger to this group, and she's back again, asking us to not be afraid to stand up for our beliefs. So whatever today, energetically, may be a day where you need to stand up for something, where you need to stand in your frame, stand in your beliefs, or just swing a big sword, so to speak. Walk tall, carry a big stick. We're not saying you have to be violent about it, but if you are walking tall and carrying a big stick. All right, so the next card for today, and these cards have come up before, so Sanat Kumara, an open channel. signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. So, what are you seeing? Signs and codes. Are you seeing the signs? Are you looking for the coincidences or the synchronicities? There is no coincidences. The synchronicities in your living universe. All right, and a few of you guys work with this entity as well. So we have Horace, who's come through as well. So Horace, it says manifestation vortex, beliefs make manifest, thoughts attract and create. So again, what are you attracting? So are you seeing these signs, the downloads, and the sacred information so that you can attract and download through Horus there? And then finally, the last card is going to be, oh, wow. All right, guys. And I don't think we've had her but once. Lady Nada. So this is amazing. These are all people we've generally been working with in some form or fashion there. So I know, right, Millie? These are amazing cards. So Lady Nada, open liberation, let yourself love and be loved. So today got the energy. We want to embrace the energy of Joan of Arc. So from your end, hold that strength today. Be that fierce warrior, right? Stand in. But at the same time, Joan of Arc was a woman of peace just as much as she was a woman of strength, right? So as you step in each step, be the peace that you are looking for as that strong warrior. Can you find that in your universe? If you can, then remember to be an open channel, to create what you think, what you want to create, thoughts, attract, and create, Horus. And then finally, Lady Nada, open liberation, let yourself love and be loved. Are you letting yourself love and be loved? A lot of us do not. And a lot of us put up a wall around our heart chakra. We don't want to be loved, and or we don't feel that we're worthy of love. But at your core, at your ultimate core, you are the love you are looking for. We don't realize that we're looking for love outside of ourselves, and you can't find anything outside of yourself. And so we will. Maybe that's what today's channeling is going to possibly be. All right. So a couple of things here. Energetically, we've been working with goals, right? So we've set up goals for ourselves. And last page of the book here is my goals. All right. Goals. So from your end, the last goal that we did was to drink more water, and we cleared that. So that would be we did 4 simple goals. And if you're new here, if you haven't done goal setting for 2025, that's part of what we're doing here as a group. We're here channeling Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain are the ones who really run this show to an extent. And they wanted us we're not doing any resolutions because we're not resolute. So they want to set goals. So we set 4 simple goals. So if you're new here like Zane, if you haven't set any goals for this year, write a couple of simple goals. We did 1 or 2 intermediate goals and then 1 larger overwhelming goal that we want to accomplish or at least have our feet into during 2025, 1 super goal. So from your end, if you're new here and you want to participate, just write down a couple of simple goals, 3, and then a simple moderate goal, and then a larger goal. And as we go throughout the year, we're going to ground in and pick up and see where we are in space with those goals, because without goals, we're not going to get anywhere. We're just dervishing around. If you don't know where you want to be by the end of this year, then you're not going to be there. You're going to be sitting in the energies of broken New Year's resolutions and whatnot. You're going to be in that energy. So with our goals in mind, make sure that we are on our second goal, right? My second goal is to sleep more. I don't know what yours is. You can announce these little goals. They're helpful. Like mine, sleep more, eat better, and then be more loving. So those are my 4 easy goals, right? So announcing your easy goals is an excellent way for having people to check you. Like, did you get more sleep last night? Simple goals. Are you drinking more water? Did you take your vitamins today, for example? That may be a goal. Somebody forgets their vitamins on the daily, but they have them sitting in the counter. Then they take their vitamins on the daily, right? That's part of my goal, actually. One of my things is I tend to forget my vitamins. So now they're sitting in my pocket, in my cargo pocket until I eat breakfast or something, and then we'll take my vitamins. If I take them on an empty stomach, I get gas. But so from your end, can you whatever those simple goals are for yourself, are you grounded into your second goal, and are you still applying the first goal? My first goal is to drink more water. I want to get back on the zeolite powder at some point so I can do a metal cleansing. These are not. I am not a doctor, and these are not. That is only university lab studied there. This is not FDA approved or in any specific thing. I am not giving medical advice. I'm just saying zeolite is known through university study to take away metals in your body, and so I wanted, but you got to drink more water because it causes you to pee and dehydrate like crazy. So until I ground into drinking, until I'm in that total flow, which will be in a day or two, then I will get back on the zeolite. So from your end, whatever those simple goals are for you, and if you're not living a goal-driven life, anyways, this is a good way to start because without any sort of goal or any sort of idea of where you want to be, the universe is going to take you where it wants to take you. Granted, if you are grounded, if you have a life path of some sort, there is this theory, of course, that if your life, that you have no free will anyways, and that if your life path is your life path, that whatever you end up doing, whatever you choose to do on planet, or are you choosing it on planet Earth, is going to take you to your life path anyways. So who knows? But either way, whatever you're doing there, make sure that you're following your goals, whatever it is. And if you're not, certainly then you may want to reconsider that. So we will check that at the end of the week and check back in to see where everybody is on that second goal. The idea is to release that by the end of next week to move into the third goal. Chloe, good dawning. Chloe's crystals, most amazing crystals on the internet. Tiger's eye. All right, so welcome, Chloe. We will see her live on Saturn Day at 5 p.m. my time, 6 her time, or 7 o'clock if you're on the East Coast. Or if you're Lindsay, it would be 7 o'clock. It would be 7 o'clock on Lindsay's time there. So either way there, and it should be after she goes live as well. She's been going live twice a day there, Lindsay, at 2 hours a clip. God favor you, Lindsay. Energy there. That's a lot of energy there, Lindsay. Whew. Favor. Love you. All right. So let's see who comes through in channel here. We're kind of in open space here on the show. So let's see who comes through in channel. This one may be a little bit shorter, like 50 minutes instead of 60, just so I can get to the office on time. Because, yeah, right. Couple of quick notes here. If you have a boss if you get a boss, right, your boss, if you are unhealed trauma, here we go. Unhealed trauma will reflect in other people in your universe. So what was unhealed when I started working at Crystal Shop? I'm not saying name. The Crystal Shop. There we go. I don't want to be karmic about a store and then give its name or say anything that isn't totally loving about a place and then give its name or anything. So, which is fair. And you guys have heard it way back in the day. I gave its name. But the Crystal Shop in Longmont, right? So if you get a job, and this is probably going to lead into the channeling here as well. So if you get a job at a place, right, and you're in a vibrational state at that moment, keep in mind that you may not be in the vibrational state of that job or the boss. You're going to get a boss that's going to be aligned basically with where you're at vibrationally, most likely, right? So whatever unhealed trauma that you are currently sitting in, if you go to look for a job right now, most likely that's going to reflect in the job that you end up with, right? So of course, my boss, who's a loving soul. She's a wonderful person, but she's karmic, right? And she seeds at the time, right? And this was last June. So she's sitting there with the energies of where I was last June, which still had some sincere unhealed traumas, right? I mean, they're always going to be unhealed trauma in some form or fashion. It's always like peeling an onion, right? But the onion's not, it's like an infinite onion. You're always going to have layers you're peeling. But in this case, sometimes if you have a third-party job outside of, a lot of us in YouTube land don't, and that we somehow we just manage, right? But nonetheless, if you have a job out and you go ground and you whatever you're doing for a third party, for a business of some sort that's not your own, look at when you got that job. How old were you? How long ago? How many years, months, weeks did you get that job? If it's months or years, mostly years for sure. Are you still grounding with that job? Because like for myself, my boss, at the time, you're going to vibrate and your boss is going to match the energies. People in your universe match your energies generally, or what you need to see. And so my boss at the time matched the energies of what I needed to see at the time. But now, of course, she's past that and she's just rather karmic. So, and it's kind of, it gets to, you have to lower, you kind of stand in a different frame when you're dealing with somebody like that with a lower vibration. And at the time, when I got the job, it was great. But now it's like, I don't vibrate anymore. So look into your universe. There may be lots of those things in your universe, not just work, But otherwise, and, I think Saint Germain's going to come through. This is generally where I start something here, right? And then Saint Germain will come through to pick up on that. And just for Krista's sake here, still carrying the citrine in the pocket, which I got this. I got this from Chloe. As a matter, I didn't have any citrine, so thank you, Chloe, for sending this. I carry with me on the daily now. And you know what? It's not that it's bringing more abundance, but you want to bring some abundance into your universe. Carry some citrine. You have to have the ability, the vibration of abundance first, because if you're running around in lack, there's no stone that'll break that lack. But if you have any sort of open door, like if you can crack the door open into abundance in any form of fashion inside yourself, right? Removing that lack in any way, citrine will help to enhance that tremendously. Stones, yeah, and we'll get into that too. Bypassing with stones is another thing we're going to discuss at 1.2. But let's get Saint Germain in here. Talk about Joan of Arc staring at me. Yeah, the energies of being that standing in your frame there, and are the people in your universe still in your frame? Saint Germain, we are channeling through Josh for you to you today, right? Josh is like a train, right? It's like the car in the movie in the Karate Kid, right? When you have to hit the clutch, right? With the station wagon going downhill when he is going to golf and stuff, right? So if you are, and we are channeling through Josh for you today, and we say the same thing every day, right? So if Josh gets the channeling started, right? He is an open channel. So we are going to reframe this. For those of you who are watching here, Josh is an open channel. He's channeling myself, Saint Germain, at the moment. All he has to do is start the channeling, and that's what most channelers have to do, is start their channeling, and they will start channeling whomever they are to be channeling. So from Josh's end, he channels me, Saint Germain. Like the clutch, right? You have to engage the clutch on a car, right? So if you remember the movie The Karate Kid, they go downhill, and she engages the car into gear, and it kicks into gear, right? That is how the open channel channeling works. If you want to see a closed channeler, then you can go watch somebody like Archangel Raphael Kelly, right? Or you can watch Daniel Scranton. Different type of channeling. All the same thing, though. It's all channeling. It's just different in how you bring up the energetics of it, right? But we are grateful. We are speaking about the energetics generally on this program. And if you are new here, please like, please subscribe, hit the bell. But we are grateful. Saint Germain is grateful for anybody who will be here. And please understand, Josh is not going crazy or anything. He is channeling. There's a lot of time when he starts to channel, people will run away, right? Not at all. Josh is an open channel here. So what you are seeing is something that is kind of different, right? If you are not familiar with channeling, then this is going to be kind of weird. You are thinking this man is possessed, or maybe this man has lost his rocker, or maybe he has dual personality, multiple personality disorder, right? That's what happened. If you are a channeler, we're going to state a few things here about energetics, right? And where we are in the universe and where you were. And if you were channeling back in the 1950s, you would have ended up in a straitjacket. You do realize that, right? You are not being on YouTube. You would have ended up behind a locked facility, right? So look at how far your universe has come. You are accepting the fact that somebody is channeling. You have channelers that are rock stars in your universe. Bashar, where Bashar goes, the rock star energy follows, right? Where he can't walk into targets, right? Without getting somebody to notice him. But if he was channeling in 1970, he might be locked up in a facility for being out of his mind. So you are in understanding, you are in a good space, right? Are you all understanding the times that you are living in and the grateful times that you should be understanding that you are living in? Because any of this spirituality, you are throwing cards, right? Rooted willow, throwing cards, asking you what spirit animal you had. If she had done that in 1962, she would have been crazy, right? She would have, what spirit animal are you? They would have said you are nuts, right? But we are in a new era. We are in that open, energetic era, right? We are in a new space and a new space in time. So where you can see a channeler and you will watch somebody like Lee Harris, right? Where he's holding his labradorite. You will watch somebody like Abraham Hicks, right? And you will see that and respect them for who they are and what they are doing. You are not sitting there anymore in the karmic energies. And this is for anything, right? If you are putting anybody's universe down, you are being karmic. You do realize that, right? So nonetheless, everybody has a right. There are 8 billion expressions of source, right? Of God on planet Earth, walking around, right? let alone all the trees, the rocks, the pebbles, all the cats, the dogs, all of it, right? Everything is an expression of source, but you are the sentient expression that has the ability to wake up to understand that you are source, who you are, and what you are on planet Earth. Do you think a tree, honestly, is that a tree is a tree and it understands that it's a tree, but it may not understand completely that it is source, right? You have that ability to walk into the fact that you are God walking on earth, and you have that ability to transcend all of your negative situations, all of the energies that have taken you out of you knowing and remembering that you are source while a tree is just sitting there. Now, if you are an aspen grove here in Colorado, where they are communicating, right, where the roots, lot of trees, right, the roots intermingle. So you do not hear them communicating, but they are communicating energetically through the roots, right? How are you communicating? Are you throwing temper tantrums, right? That's a way to communicate as a human. Are you flailing your arms and then you stomping around when you do not get your way, right? Are you being of love? Or are you being of hate and anger? You have that choice. A tree is just solid. It has no choice. It can send energy and it can scream when you pull a leaf off, per se, but you will not feel that unless you are attuned to the tree. Somebody pulls off your arm, right? You are going to scream and you are going to see it, right? There you go. There's a big difference in energetics of who you are. Pardon me, versus the energetics of you being a tree, which you all have been at some point. Do realize that. If you have ascended to human, you have been a lot of different energies. This is why when you get to human, you have the ultimate way to express yourself. As a tree, you can only express yourself in so many variations, right? There's not a way to express. If you are a rock, you are not expressing yourself unless you are rolling downhill. If you are grass, pardon me, if you are a blade of grass, right, you are only going to express yourself in the growth of the grass, right? How can you really express yourself? That is why you work your way up to becoming sauce as you are in human form, right? You are the ultimate expression of sauce now walking on earth. So do you want to stand in that Joan of Arc fierce energy, stand in your frame, right, and wield your energetics with the strength of who you are? Do you want to not? Do you want to sit in your lower self? Do you want to be that tree who cannot express himself? You are on planet Earth, right? So you have the opportunity that most do not have, right? A dog can only express itself in a certain manner. A cat, well, a cat can express itself in a different way than a dog, because cats are energetics in many different ways, right? You see a cat, that cat can see into dimensions, right? But your dog, well, they can, but that's a bit different. Your dog is like having a 3-year-old at your side 24/7, right? But your cat is like having a mystic with you, right? You understand that, right? Totally different energies there. So where in your universe, we were talking about your karmic boss, right? It's all about energy on this planet. So if you are having a karmic boss, keep in mind that where you are right now, if you are going to manifest a new job, for example, like if you are manifesting new work, you are going to manifest the job based on the vibration that you are right now, right? So if you are still holding negatives in your frame, if you are still holding a bit of lack in your universe, do not be surprised if you are looking for $25 an hour and you get 19 and you accept it too, right? You are only going to accept what you are willing to accept based on your energetics of where you are right now. And if you are realizing who you are, you will stand in your worth and you would not accept a $19 an hour job. Are you in understanding? If you are standing in your frame as source, as the worth, and you are feeling you are worth $25 an hour, first off, you are going to manifest that, right? You are going to realize that you are the source. So you create your own thing, right? So if you are sitting in yourself, you're not going to ask the outside world to, I'm going to go find a job. Where is it? No, you're going to bring it to yourself. We are talking about new ways of manifesting here. If you are source, why then do you need to do anything outside of yourself? This is where Saint Germain is wanting to take a lot of this with you. Where is it written that you have to reach outside of yourself for anything on this planet? We are talking about the energetics mirroring from yourself to the outside of your planet, right? So if you are in a karmic space, you look for a new job, you're going to get a karmic new job, right? If you are not in vibration with X, Y, or Z, then, and you are working with X, Y, or Z, then you are going to be out of space, right? It's about your vibration and what you are bringing forth from yourself. So if you are, we're going to go back to looking for a new job. If you are looking for a new job, Are you looking outside of yourself? Are you going to the newspaper, right? Back in the old day, right? Are you going to Indeed, our career builder, or the job forums, right? Are you going there? And then what am I going to find? Or are you asking your universe to bring to you a la carte? You can have an a la carte universe, right? You can have a room service universe, right? Room service. You can order up what you want in your loving, living universe. And if you are in vibration of that and do just 10% of the work, right? You will still have to go on Indeed, our career builder, to look for work, but you will let the jobs come to you, right? You will scroll and say, which ones are I meant to find? You will check your emails and see them there. You will trust that the right position will come to you. Your friend might tell you that this person is hiring. But if you are not in your source frame self, then you are trying to create that, right? So you are going to go, what job? Oh, I guess I'll apply for this one. This isn't the best job for me. I'll apply for this one. Oh, I need a job desperately. I will apply for this one. You will get a job. Most likely you will find a job. If you are saying you need one desperately, you will find one, but you will not find the job that is going to be any better than the one you are trying to escape. Are you in understanding? If you are trying to leave a job, if you have a job that you want to leave, right? And you are looking for a new work, if you are not looking for a new work at a higher vibration than the job you are trying to leave, you are going to find a job of equal or lower vibration. Are you understanding that? Because it is all energetics and it is what is coming through yourself, from yourself. Everything comes from yourself. We did a shot. Josh did a shot about the I am peace, right? If you want peace in your universe, then you stand in the peace that you already are. You radiate the peace. You don't look for the peace outside of yourself. There's nothing. You can go to the park to gain the peace, right? You can put your bare feet on the ground to help facilitate the peace. You can sit your butt on the ground and stare at the water and find the flow within yourself. But the peace has to come from inside of you. It is not generated. Nobody's going to come up to you in the park and go, I understand you are looking for some peace. Here you go. It is not going to work that way, like Josh with the cigarettes when he was hitchhiking, although that was peaceful. What we are saying is the peace has to come from inside you. You have to go to the park. You have to take your bare feet and slam them on the ground, and then you have to sit down and stare at the water. What will happen is the peace will well up inside of yourself. You become that peace. The peace doesn't become into you. You are already the peace. It becomes who you are. You have missed the boat in a lot of ways when you are looking to manifest or when you are looking for change. You are looking outside yourself, grappling for, ooh, I am in bad space. Ooh, I'll buy a bag of Doritos. It'll make me feel better. Just as a low vibration example. You are tired, so you grab a Red Bull to break up your energies, make you more happy, give you wings, right? Again, low vibrational thought. But what we are not saying that an energy drink is the highest vibration for you in any aspect. If your body is tired, you do not want to be drinking the Red Bull to make it awake. You want to try to get some sleep. If you are having to be awake, then try it naturally with breathing and whatnot. But you do not want to try to elevate your caffeine levels and jolt your heart into to wake yourself up. You can wake yourself up, do some breathing, pull on a Lindsay video, right? And then sit with her and do some breathing. That will wake you up way better than drinking, especially if you are outside in the cold like Lindsay, right? Way better than drinking your Red Bull. So if you are tired, right? It's all about energetics again. Bring it up through yourself. Go watch Lindsay and go stand outside in your cold and breathe. And you will be wide awake. We guarantee it. Especially if you ground like Lindsay, right? Bare feet in the snow, right? There you go. The William Hoff method, right? That will wake you up. But what we are saying is it's all about your energetics and it's all flowing from inside of you. You are the grand controller of those energies. Are you in understanding? There's nothing outside of you. Circumstances or otherwise that can really change anything inside of you. You have to create that. So if you want to be the peace in your universe, start walking in peace, right? Every step that you take, I am the peace. You say that. You repeat that. You breathe that. I am the peace. You allow yourself to be the peace. Notice at the end of that breath, you are releasing cortisol. You are bringing your body down into a peaceful state. If you bend down, watch this. We're going to show you a trick, right? You want to get into your heart chakra. There is a trick to that. Saint Germain is going to teach you a trick. Breathe. You breathe in. As you are breathing out, bend forward. Create a smiley face right here where your gut and your chest, right? That one spot, right? And you breathe in and then release. You could say satisfied or grateful or whatever. But as you do that, you will fall into peace in your universe on your own. You are the peace that you've been looking for, and it's always been sitting inside you. It is the external energies, the programming that you have been placed in, the tell lies from the vision that they want to give you, right? That has been creating all of the unpeacefulness within you, the disease, right? The anything that is taking you out of peace. So if you want peace in your universe, go ground, right? Just take a deep breath with Saint Germain, right? We will go find peace in 2 seconds, right? Watch this. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. As you breathe out, watch what we do. Breathe in. Breathe out, but bend forward a little and sigh it out, right? And say satisfied with that. Saint Germain is going to teach you something. Breathe in. Lean forward. Satisfied. You try that. You will land in your heart chakra. Most likely. Not always the case. There's never an absolutes. There's no absolutes in this universe. But nonetheless, take another deep breath. Satisfied. You can even do this, right? Because you are, as you move forward, you are bringing the energies into your heart chakra. If you are finding that you can instantaneously into your heart space. But we are not saying that you should chase out of any energetics that you are feeling. If you are feeling low energetics, the vibration of something that is you are feeling out of space, anxiety, or what have you, if you are not understanding where it is from, that is the question. If you are feeling anxiety and you know what has created the anxiety, release it to your higher self. Give it away, right? God, source, highest me. I know what this anxiety is. I don't need the energetics of it. I have better things to do in my universe. Please take it away. I release the anxiety. I know what it is from. I trust in my universe and I am grounding in love. Take it away. Bring yourself peace. That's all you really have to do. Bring yourself that peace. You all sit in space where it's all high energy and you don't need to do any of that. Just sit in the... Allow for that in your universe and you will find a bigger, better space for yourself. You are the love you are looking for. You are the peace you are looking for. Nobody in the universe can bring you peace other than yourself. Well, maybe if you are out of space and Mother Teresa showed up, she might be able to bring you peace, right? But you understand what we are truly saying. The peace has to radiate from inside yourself. There is nothing, no item, no anybody, no anything else that will do that for you. If you are finding that you are not radiating with the people in your universe, then do realize, like your boss, if you are finding, to go back to the original statement here, your boss is karmic, or he or she is driving you nuts, or micromanaging you, and it's pushing you over the edge, then you have spiritually, internally, you are at a different space. You might start wanting to look for a better job because you are going to be in a different space and you are going to see from your loving, living universe that you are no longer in vibration, quite possibly with where you are at. Do you allow for that? As you grow, these situations in your universe have to change, right? If they do not change, then you are having to be stagnant in your growth, right? You have to keep your energy at a lower vibration because you are not moving forward in your universe to a higher vibrational energetic state, right? To a situation that will bring you higher energetics. There we go. Akim lesson 38. There's nothing my holiness cannot do. What is we are reading here? Your holiness reverses all laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, limits, totality, unlimited in its power. Henny, you are dead on. That is very good and very correct. 11:11. When you are seeing 11:11, do realize we are trying to get your attention. If you are seeing 11:11, are you putting your feet on the ground? Are you looking around at your current universe? Are you seeing where you are at? Your universe is telling you one of two things. We are happy where you are, or hey, think, what are you doing? What the hell is wrong with you? It's one of two things, right? Look inside yourself and see where you stand. Are you standing in good space right now? Probably so. But if you are about to do something crazy and you see 111, your universe is going, yo, what is wrong with you? Wake up. We cannot literally smack you upside the head. Saint Germain cannot give you one of those, right? But what we can do is give you an 1111. We can give you traffic lights where you get every red light if you are on some way someplace karmically, right? We can make you run out of gas if you forget to fill up your tank and you can't get where you are going. Lots of things that we can do, right? If it is really bad for you, we could even have your car get into an accident. Why? Because we are protecting yourself as well. Your energy is protected. If you're about to do something crazy karmically and something negative happens that you would think that stops you from doing that karmic or negative action, you are being protected by your universe. Are you seeing that? You're about to go out, maybe you are an ex-heroin user, right? And you're about to go out and say, screw it, I'm going to go buy heroin. You're making this up, right? You get in your car and it does not start. Who is helping you, right? You get to the heroin dealer and they are out of town for a month, right? You know nobody else, right? What we are saying is we are here to help you if you allow that as well. Your universe is hard enough. Allow for these energetics to come in. Sit in the flow. Allow it to come out of you. What are you looking for? That is why we are setting goals, right? That way you can push a universe outside of you, from inside of you with your goals, right? If you have no goals, you let the outside universe create for you, however that is, right? You are just a reactionary unit creating from the reactions that you from everybody else, right? But if you are inside yourself, if you are inside your frame, if you are knowing that you are source, then you are creating from inside yourself and you are bringing it out into your universe. Everything that you see in your life was created from within you first, right? If you are eating breakfast, you had to have a thought of what you wanted. If you are driving a car, you had to have a thought of what you wanted to buy, or at least whatever was presented to you, you had to accept it, if nothing else, right? Unless it was just straight up given to you, here's your car, think, and there's your keys, right? Then if it's given to you, that's a whole different story. But even then, you manifested the car being given to you. You do realize that, right? You had the energetics open to receive a new car. You weren't walled off going, I'm not worthy of a car, right? So keep that in mind as well. If you are receiving something, then you are in line with that energetic. You're not walling it off. You're not dervishing it out of your frame. Lots of you receive things. Where did that come from? You may have made that manifestation a year ago, right? I am doing this. You never say anything else. It never comes back up. You just let go. Remember, you live in the slow ass 3D realm, right? It is not instant 5D, right? Your universe is not a Polaroid instant camera, right? It is not. In any aspect, you have to go to the dark room, right? And create it, right? So in this aspect, if you are creating something, you are wanting something created and poof, a year later, it shows up. You are my universe, I'm doing this, right? And then a year later, this happens. If you do not take your energetics back and you let it go, most likely they will happen. That is the thing. We tend to even forget what we tried to manifest. And then if we don't take it back, it just shows up in our frame. Because generally, what the biggest manifestations we want are the ones that we don't bring into our frame because we don't feel we're worthy. But if we say, I'm going to have steak for dinner tonight, and we don't think about it, next thing we know, we're at the grocery store staring at a T-bone or a sirloin, right? The question then is, are you abundant enough to buy the T-bone, even if the sirloin is a better price, right? Are you allowing for the abundance? But you will do that, right? But if you're a year from now, you are saying, I'm going to own a cattle farm, right? And you are sitting in a house in a suburban neighborhood, but you want to own a cattle farm, right? Instead of buying just a steak, you want all the steaks, right? And it happens, you are allowing for those things to happen. It came through you. You created the goal. You did the little bit of work that it takes to create a cattle farm. We do the most of the work for you, right? So are you allowing for all this in your universe? Everything flows from inside yourself. This may have sounded dervishy, but if you listen to it all, it's probably really good, really good. From your universe, remember this. You are the peace you are looking for. Why? Because the peace comes from inside yourself. Nobody's going to come up to you and go, I understand you are needing peace. Here you go. Go take 20 minutes to go find your peace. It is not going to happen. The peace has to come from you at the moment you are needing peace. So you create that. It is everything in your universe is flowing out from you. How do you create that? I am peace. And you visualize that. You see that. Then you walk and breathe in peace, which is what we are doing today. So with every step that you take in your loving, living universe, I am the peace I am looking for. I bring myself peace. I am grateful for the peace in my universe. Look at the bird. Look at the tree waving around in the sun. Find the peace in your universe. Bring it from yourself. Ground. Everything comes from within you. There's nothing that you are ever going. Ed McMahon, even if you you are back in the 80s and you manifested Ed McMahon coming to your door with $1 million check that came from inside yourself. You felt worthy enough to win it first, right? You felt that you are going to win, and you allowed for the energetics of winning the $1 million, the Publishers Clearinghouse, that may or may not have happened from Ed McMahon, the Mandela effect, right? Did he come or not? But the question is, did he come to your house or not? The question is, though, why are you in the open energetics to receive that? Don't think that anybody who's winning the lottery is sitting around going, well, this is a waste of my money. I threw $10 away. I'm not going to win. If you are saying that, you are not going to win the lottery. The winner of the lottery is bringing forth from themselves the energetics of I am a winner, right? They are the ultimate winner because they are winning the lottery. So they know that they are the winner. And they are carrying that energetics as solid as can possibly be. Thus, they win the lottery. Are you seeing how this works? It is all your energy. So if you are feeling low or lack or out of space, then you will not be in peace. If you are allowing yourself to, then you will find your peace. It is just that simple. We are Archangel Raphael. Well, not really anymore. Saint Germain. And we have channeled. We are grateful for you. We love you. And we are grateful for all of you. When you take your steps out today into your universe, we know a lot of you, it's already going on 11 a.m. It's getting late, right? It's 10:30, whatever. But nonetheless, in your universe, when you are getting out there, you are stepping into your loving, living universe, right? Some of you, it's almost noon, right? You have already stepped out. Are you stepping out in the frame of peace? What are you framing from yourself? And what energies are you pouring out of yourself to the greater source field? Are you aware of that? And can you bring yourself into space, into frame, to be aware of that? Can you hold that vibration and ask yourself, what am I vibrating today? What energetics am I bringing forth through myself? And how do I want to present myself as source to the greater source field today? That is the question. If you want to be peace, then every step you take is in peace. If you want to be abundant peace, then every step you take brings me abundance and peace. And we see that, and it comes from me. I am the abundance and the peace that I bring forth to myself as my universe. Nobody else is going to bring it to you. You might find somebody who gives you $100 on the street, right? There's videos out there on YouTube, but lots of people are doing that. But really, you still have to have the vibration of abundance within yourself to attract that situation in the first place. You are beginning to see that this is all an energetic play, which we will go into more tomorrow. You are seeing how you are attracting from the I am presence inside yourself to outside yourself into the 3D world, right? Releasing transmission. Ugh. Give me a moment. Yeah, energy. Yeah. There we go. All right, I'm back. Yeah, clearing the energy there. All right, guys. So yeah, Saint, are you bringing it through yourself, or is it? Are you trying to look for it outside of yourself? Because everything that we are comes from inside ourselves. Everything that we do comes from inside ourselves in every which way. And so, yeah, that's the question Saint Germain's asking. So when you're taking the steps today, whatever you step into in your universe, are you stepping into it in peace and in your frame? Are you are you looking for your peace and frame from the outside world in instead of the inside world out? That's the question. All right, we're going to work with the blue tiger's eye. The blue in the hue here, not incredibly blue, but it does have blue hue to it. There you can see it when it just the right space there. But it's not as blue as you would think, but it does have a blue hue. It's amazing. The energetics of tiger's eye, of course, are strength, balance, and abundance. So we're going to work with that. You ground into it however you feel it works for you. You may feel this in your root chakra, your crown chakra, and your sacral chakra. You may feel it in your gut as well, but mostly in those three areas. So yeah, let's work with the tiger's eye here. So energetics works best with your permission. So I'm asking for your permission by you staying here, thumbing up, or just saying go for it. Is permission enough from your end? If you don't want to be here for the energetics, I certainly understand. And then we'll close out with a big Josh group hug there. Love you, Victor, for that. And all right, let's see what's going on in the truth or in the chat real quick. The chat real quick. I found money in the middle of a highway once, a 5, and then I looked and found a 20, a huge highway on the grass divide. I was broke at the time. Exactly. See, but you weren't broke. Your body was, you were already, I am pushing abundance, and it showed blessed. At Lindsay, when we practice surrendering, inquiring again, who is surrendering? As a yogi says, the mind and the body is a holographic projection. Yeah, the question really is, are we even? That's a really good question, Zen, which you could get into the philosophical, right? Are we even really here? Or are we just projecting our consciousness into this energetic field? That's the real question. And yeah, and then of course, if we're an infinite being, then we have an infinite number of lifetimes. We're infinitely projecting ourselves in an infinite time possibilities in an infinite number of lifetimes. It's like a mirror that never ends, right? Think about that, an infinite mirror, mirror after mirror after mirror, forever. So there's an infinite number of us living right now, and an infinite number of possibilities and an infinite number of Earths. Poof. Mind blown. That'll you lose your mind on that one. I found $100 bill on a bus. Not so. Yolanda, that's awesome. Favorite of that. Yes, Henny. I looked around and stayed for a while, but no, I don't know what that answer. All right. So, but yeah, that's a really good point there, Zen. Where are we? Where are you standing? And if you watch the movie, what is it? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, the Bagel movie. They kind of make that point. It's like you are as source, right? So source is creating everything, right? So if you are source on planet Earth, then technically you've created yourself in every possible living situation. There's a situation where you're Bart, right? Like the town drunk from Back to the Future. So you're Bart laying out on the bench drinking. And there's a situation where you're a fentanyl addict, right? And so there would be a situation somewhere in some parallel universe where you're the number one movie star in all of the world, right? Why not? And if you in the Bagel movie, she taps into that. She taps into herself as the movie star or as the karate kung fu master, right? So where are you as the jujitsu master or the kung fu master in your universe, right? Because when do we got here? All right, let's see what Laura says. Lindsay, I manifested money. Adam is having a retreat. And I told the universe to send me money if I'm meant to go. I went to the dentist and found, I'm going to dentist tomorrow. Was getting over 300 refund insurance pay. Wow. All right, Laura, we'll see you at the Adam's retreats. Yeah, Adam Bernstein, if you don't know who he is, from the Medium channel, is having another retreat in April, I believe. And so, yeah, it's I think it's 400 for the 3 days. But yeah, you can, if you don't know who Adam is, check out his channel. You can always email him. It's linked there. But yeah, so Laura, fantastic. I didn't see that email until after like a week after I got it. But yeah, Adam's retreat. I don't know from my end, but one day at a time. All right, Lindsay, Laura, everyone. Zane, Lindsay, everyone. The great thing, let's see what Henny says here. The great thing is that quantum physics is proving all of the spiritual truths to be true in a way that we can now understand and embrace. It's better than we ever could. Yes, you are spot on there, Helene. Yeah, quantum physics, Joe Dispenza, is telling us that it's beginning to state that, yeah, that we exist in a trillion, a billion, quadrillion different forms, that we are in the multiverse is becoming, right? You ever want to watch a good episode of Family Guy? The multiverse episode of Family Guy is probably the funniest one ever. All right, so let's work with, but yeah, so from our end, or your end there, which you are you tapping into? This is the heal. We are all on the healing ascension timeline, right? So we all tapping into the healing self. But remember, there's a trillion different selves. So if you're looking to break out your universe, just like in the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, are you asking for your highest timeline? Are you asking to merge yourself with your other selves that are out there in the universe? There's little tricks that you can also do, like leaving. We'll get into that, like working with your Akashic and leaving things in the past into the future and creating things in that manner as well. Star, we love you. Good dawn and kiss. Kiss is Star. All right, so let's work with the blue tiger's eye, and the blue is in the black in the striping there. But any good tiger's eye should look like it's in 3D, like almost like a holographic effect, because that's how tiger's eye just looks. So this is going to work again with the root chakra, the sacral chakra, creative in your crown chakras, creative and your crown chakra as well. You may find some balance and whatnot, but let's work with the tiger's eye. And again, this came from Chloe's crystals. Chloe will be live with us on Saturday at 7 p.m. She got 2 huge shipments, so just for finances and everybody's deal, and every 2 weeks or so we'll have Chloe on. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, right, you can spend your paycheck with Chloe. Favor. Fatima, good dawning from Toronto there. Favor. Fatima, if you're not checking her and John out, and their universe in Toronto, it's always exciting. You can see what it's like to live over the border. Lindsay as well. You can hang out with Lindsay and Nathan. They live. What's the odds, right? There's like 20 people on this channel, and 2 of them generally right now are in maritime Canada, which is the least populated portion of North America, outside of like the tundra, north of Thunder Bay. But yeah, they're in maritime Canada. So we have 2 people in maritime Canada, which is really rare on this channel. Lindsay. So if you watch Lindsay, keep in mind it's like if you're West Coast, it's like 5-hour difference. So when Lindsay goes live at 2:30, it's like already 5:30 her time. It's 2:30 my time. So it's like it always feels weird. It's like, wait, didn't Lindsay just go live in the dawning? Now it's night, and it's like, wait a minute, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on my time. So thank you for throwing off my universe in that aspect, Lindsay. But no, if you're not watching, it's pretty chill. Don't get dizzy. I'll give you that. She's gonna get you dizzy. Yeah. We are all Cleo. We are. I didn't know I was Cleopatra. I guess I am. Nathan, we love you, brother. You are special, Nathan. You have to see the special within yourself. You are source. The fact that you are here on planet Earth in energetic form, in the flesh, if you really understood it, it's mind blowing. It's the most amazing, craziest thing in the planet. And you chose to. It's yeah. There's no words. Nope. I am Spartacus. What movie was I am? Thing You Do, where he's like, I am the drummer from That Thing You Do. Yeah, he was Spartacus, right? Actually, he wrote the song I Am Spartacus when he was what do you call that? I am Spartacus from That Thing You Do. There we go. Beautiful reflection, Henny. There is a cat here named Cleo. Mother Cleo. Remember Cleo? the lady Cleo? Back in the 90s. Let Cleo tell you all your future. Just $9.99 a minute. Cleo will tell you everything you need to know, including how to max out your Visa card, right? Yes, exactly. We have Miss Cleo now. We have Laura B, who will blow Miss Cleo out the door tonight. Laura B's energetics make Miss Cleo look like she was a joke, but yeah, a pothole in the universe, right? So Laura will be live tonight with real energetics that can really help you with your loving living universe. All right, we're going to seal this off here. So tonight at 7 o'clock, we'll see Laura. And all right, you are welcome. It's real. It's true. Laura, go watch Miss Cleo and then you can watch Laura, right? It's like night. Oh my God. Back in we were so gullible in the 90s. Call it the psychic hotline, right? The pre-psych, right? When that pre everything that where Earth was just barely waking up and like psychics and you know, and all of that was like just barely, right? Exactly. Grateful. Boy, and like the old Virginia Slim. My mother used to smoke Virginia Slim cigarettes, so it's like you come a long way, baby. So yeah, we've come a long way since Miss Cleo and the duping you and the 900 number, right? Now you have Laura B, and you have it for real on YouTube. A whole big difference, man. Just think about how the universe has changed. You had to dial a 900 number just if you wanted a tarot reading, right? Now, Laura tonight. All right, guys, let's close this out with a group hug, and this will be a quick one because go to the crystal shop. And so crystal shop at chloescrystals.com does not exist yet, but if you keep typing it in, one day it will. If you know how to build commercial websites, and nothing like Wix, but like a real heavier commercial website, send me an email at the Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. My mother smoked those as well. I've purchased oh my God, Victor, yes, exactly. Yeah, go to the 7-Eleven in the this is exactly 13 the guy was 13 years old, 14 years old. I'm going to the 7-Eleven and buying cigarettes, Virginia Slim ultralight menthols for my mother. The 100s, no less. Gross, but favor. No judgment, but okay, maybe. I smoke Marlboro Lights at least when I smoke. But they did reverse the ban on menthol, so there you go. If you smoke menthol cigarettes, T-Man reversed that ban, so you can smoke your fiberglass all day long, which was generally what I believe the menthol was fiberglass. All right, big group hug here. So yeah, exactly. Have we really come along? Well, we have energetically, from Miss Chloe to Laura and Viviani. We've come a long way, baby, for sure. All right, so let's lean forward here. We're going to do a group hug. And energetics, of course, works just like you felt with the blue tiger's eye that came from Chloe at Chloe's Crystals on YouTube. And you can just tag her channel. You can send her an email if there's anything you actually do want. But otherwise, we'll be live Saturday. If there's anything you want to see Saturday, I'm sure that you could send Chloe an email there. I'm not and like if there's certain towers or if you want citrine or something, and she can gather that up. But we got plenty of time. So yeah. From my end, I will make anything amethyst towers, of course, are always fun. But yeah, so Chloe at Chloe's Crystals, and if you see something you want, you can always just email her directly right away. She'll send you the price and a picture, or she'll send you the price, and you're good to go. But yeah, and so from our end here, let's lean forward. I will see you there Saturday. But tonight at 7 is Laura. And if you have questions for Laura, if you want to preload them, you're welcome to. Just put them in all caps into the chat, and I will save those. But we usually take about 7 or so, 6, 7, or 8 people, give or take. And so it should be a good time, guys. See you there tonight, hopefully. But lean forward with me, if you would. We're going to do a group hug. So left arm, somebody's shoulder, right arm on your person to the right, their shoulder as well. And of course, energetics works through the internet just as much as anything else. Speaking of Laura, if you need Reiki or would like a Reiki session, if something's acting up in your universe and needs some quick healing, check out Laura at letspiritguide.com. She can do a Reiki session through Zoom. That works equally as well, if not better, because you can go and rewatch it, right? Than it would be if you sat in front of somebody. So, all right, so let's lean forward here. All right. So we bring each other, we bring this circle together in love and peace. We bring this circle together in harmony. We bring this circle together in unity. And we bring the circle together in love. We see each other in loving abundance. We see each other in the highest light. We see each other helping each other to lift each other up. And we see each other living our highest loving light, our highest dreams, and our highest goals. We see each other on this planet helping each other. We see those with home insecurity living in 4 solid walls. We see those with water insecurity having access to fresh wells. We see those with food insecurity having full pantries. And we see those without love being hugged. We see those at war putting down their guns and shaking hands of those they would have shot otherwise. We see governments sitting down together and hammering this out their differences in love for their populations. We see the monetary systems of this world coming into balance. And we see all of the hate, division, and pain on this planet converted into hugs, love, trust, and understanding. We see all of those out there who are struggling just to stand on their own 2 feet, to find themselves. Those who are in depression, sadness, or out of frame, finding their frame. And we see everybody here in their highest loving light. We see Earth washed in the violet flame, cleansed. We see Mother Gaia without plastic, and we see no forever chemicals in our water. We see blue skies and beautiful sunshine, and we see the birds and all the animals on this planet dancing and frolicking in the clean, beautiful earth that we all step into. We see the tell lies vision stopping to tell its lies. We see the matrix shutting itself down. We see equality and love on this planet. We see each of us as source being our highest loving self. Hallelujah. And so it be. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking around for that. It changes a little bit every time. There's nothing, not like Victor's, which is generally the same. But blessed, grateful for all of you. That's so funny. Tina, what's funny about? Wait a minute. I gotta go back to Tina. Tina, from two down to half. Awesome. 6 years now, no cigarettes. Awesome, guys. All of you who are not smoking, and Tina favored to that. Peace, love, and understanding. Isn't there a song about this? Josh has the best hugs. Oh, I love it, Victor. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for an awesome day. Remember everything that you guys do. Create your living universe. So as we release the darkness into the light, our cells vibrate faster. We vibrate faster. We bring in more light. We connect with the universe at a faster vibration, making it a lot easier to create our loving living universe. Stay awesome, guys. I love you. I will see you all tonight. I'm going to take Kuan Yin with me and film it from the echo chamber that is the Crystal Shop. So that'll be posted as well. And of course, otherwise, if you missed Millie yesterday with her egg cleanse, please do. 14 years for me. Fantastic. Laura, I quit smoking for everybody. I quit smoking 2002. So I smoked Marlboro Lights, Marlboro Mediums, Camel, Special Lights, Camel Lights. And I quit in 2002. The VA gave me the patch. I was done. But I had a friend who had a heart attack. Two of my friends quit, and then another friend had a heart attack at the exact same time as the VA contacting me to the Veterans Administration to see if I wanted the patch. And so, yeah, so it was like, all right, a friend of mine just had a heart attack from smoking. So I quit. And so, yeah, way to go, Laura. Anybody who quit smoking there. Yeah, you've come a long way, baby, if you've quit smoking. Not you've come a long way, baby, if you're standing around smoking your Virginia Slims. That's for sure. You've come a short way if you think that the Virginia Slims are making you come a long way. Advertising at its best, right? All right, guys. I love you all. Stay awesome. I must run to work. Cold turkey for me. There we go. So most of us were smokers. So crazy, ain't it? All right, guys. I love you. Stay awesome. And I will see you all in the next. Peace. Every step you take today. Are you stepping in peace, fear, or frustration? Are you stepping in love, or are you stepping in anger? Stay awesome.